Two different angles of the same moment where IMPD says one of their own, Sergeant Eric Huxley, kicked a man in the face. That's Jermaine Vaughn on his back on the ground, handcuffed, right before he's kicked.
We're not going to do this, right?
Stop! You're done. You're done. You're done.
I promised this community and I promised our officers that I would be transparent. That's in good times and bad times. This is a bad time. But I think the community deserves it.
IMPD Chief Randy Taylor said he learned of the incident last week and immediately began an internal investigation. Officer Huxley, now facing level 6 felony charges of official misconduct and battery, is suspended without pay. Chief Taylor has recommended to the IMPD Civilian Police Merit Board that Huxley be fired. The other two officers involved, Sergeant Christopher Kibbe and Officer Matthew Schwartz, whose body cameras provided the footage you saw, are off the streets and under an internal investigation. Additionally, Chief Taylor says all past use of force incidents involving the three officers will be reviewed, as well as any use of force cases that Sergeant Huxley reviewed as a supervisor.
But it's my commitment to this department and to this city that when these things come to my attention, I'm not going to allow that to exist on this department.
In use of force cases, IMPD officers are required to fill out a special report, which a supervisor reviews, along with any body camera footage. Court documents show when Officer Shores filled out his report, he mentions rolling Jermaine Vaughn onto his stomach and putting him in a wrist lock to get him to comply. Officer Shores never mentions the kick to Vaughn's face. Also, according to court records, in separate body camera footage from another officer who arrived at the scene to investigate the use of force, Sergeant Huxley can be heard saying, quote, "I accidentally kicked him in his face."
Atrocious, nefarious, dastardly, mean-spirited, and ugly.
Pastors with the Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance say they're pleased with the swiftness of IMPD's response.
To the credit of this chief, they were forthcoming, and they did not need to be put in a hammerlock to do that.
Chief Taylor says the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office have also been notified.